Hello and welcome to my blog. Today we are going to start a new series which is called China-Pakistan Economic Corridor series. In this series we are going to discuss about a multi-billion dollar project of China which is in progress right now in Pakistan. But before we go into China-Pakistan economic corridors, today we are going to discuss about what exactly is on the backbone of this project. So basically, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or which is called CPEC as well, which is a $64 billion project, which is initiated and funded by Chinese government, which is funded by China in Pakistan, which is going to create millions of jobs. It also has a lot of projects in Pakistan regarding constructions of different mega projects, including Gwadar Port. So before we go there, before we discuss in details about China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, for today's video, we are going to focus on what is behind this China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. It basically arises from so-called One Belt, One Road initiative, which is actually in Chinese they call it Yi Dai Yi Lu, which is a Chinese solution to global economic crisis. Some also call it like Chinese. Basically, what China is doing right now, or when exactly these projects were launched, this was initially and formally launched in 2013 by the current president, Mr. Xi, during his speech in Kazakhstan when he launched this project. When he wanted to show his interest of the global economic connectivity. And also, if we talk a little bit more details about One Belt and One Road initiative, according to McKinsey International, it's one of the largest investment and infrastructure project, which has a total of $5 trillion investment, covering more than 70 countries, over 65% of world population, and also 40% of global GDP of up to year 2017. So this is a huge project which is going to impact the overall economic and geopolitical dynamics of this world. So, according to the One Belt and One Road initiative, the primary focus of this project is on infrastructure investment, policy coordination, railways, highways, constructions, the economic development growth in terms of real estate mega projects, and also in terms of some building new ports, new bridges, new connectivity connection between the different corridors of the world. So, and also it also includes actually a policy coordination, trade and financing coordination, and also social and cultural cooperation between different parts of the world. So it's basically a Chinese vision to connect this world. And also, why they named this One Belt One Road, basically it has its two prongs. One of them is a Silk Road economic path, which is basically Chinese connectivity through the roads. And notably, which is a Silk Economic Road initiative, is through Chinese connectivity through East to Central Asia to Europe, and downwards through West Asia all the way through to Mediterranean Sea onto the Persian Gulf, and also through South Asia to the Indian Ocean. And the second prong, which is very important, is 21st century maritime Silk Road. So let's talk about a little bit like how this project is going so far. The project itself is progressively going very well so far. There are like more than 50 Chinese owned state companies have invested in more than 1700 mega projects in this under this initiative, under this flagship program. And the notably is obviously, as we mentioned at the beginning of our conversation, it's going to be a CPEC, which is going to, the Chinese are going to invest over 64 billion US dollars in Pakistan. And the other one is a 3,000-kilometer highway railway connecting China and the Singapore, and also the gas pipelines project across the Central Asia. So overall, it's a Chinese new vision of multilateralism. The Chinese, like how China sees the world, how China sees the global economic integration, the new geopolitical paradigms, its influence in the world in terms of its economics, And let me also emphasize that this project is not any country limited. When I say like 70 countries are being a part of this OBOR, so the project is still open, as Chinese say. And if we lastly, as I mentioned before, it's a new vision of Chinese of multilateralism. Also, I would like to finish today's blog like some in the West are somehow concerned about the rise of China, the expansion of China, but I will say it's a geopolitical gambit under the circumstances when Mr. Donald Trump, under the presidency of Donald Trump, the Americans are stepping back from the Asia. So obviously, it's giving a chance to the other players in the region to play their effective role through economic integration, because we are living in an era where economic diplomacy is playing its effective role. So in my next vlog, we are going to discuss more in details about CPEC project. Stay tuned. Thank you.